Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and first look of the No Boxing, No Life Challenger FHH boxing gloves. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm really excited to be doing an unboxing and a first look of these No Boxing, No Life Challenger FHH boxing gloves. I got them in 10 ounce, just got in today. So I wanted to open these up and we can look at them together. I actually did a review on their Champion HH models and I was really impressed with those. So I was kind of interested to see how these end up being, how they turned out, and if there was any noticeable difference between that and the Champion model. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. That way you guys can take a look at it as well. These gloves obviously have been popularized by Canelo. I believe that they're a Reynoso branded product. I know Andy Ruiz, Ryan Garcia uses these gloves now. So they're getting a little bit more commercialized. You're starting to see more and more pro fighters use these gloves, or pro boxers if you want to call it, use these gloves. And these gloves are made in Mexico as far as the craftsmanship and where they're made. I just decided to go with the silver and black color scheme. They had other colors that I wanted to go with, like the blue and white, but they ended up selling out of those. So this was kind of the next best color in terms of color that they had that was available. So I decided to go with these, with the silver and black. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look, see how these look. Really excited. And here's that silver. Go ahead and put this knife away before I end up stabbing somebody with this. All right, so here are the gloves. And these are 10 ounce gloves. I believe that you can use these for a pro fight. The first thing I noticed is the silver is not very shiny. The silver coloring almost looks kind of faded. So I'm not a big fan of that right off the bat. It does have that really strong Mexican leather smell to them, but the actual color of the silver definitely could be better. It looks kind of faded and almost like it's been sitting out in the sun. I don't know if that's intentional or just the way the silver ended up getting applied to the leather. But you can see the silver would definitely be better in my opinion. Then it has a black thumb. That's pretty standard. But you can also see it has that No Boxing, No Life logo that's actually embossed into the back of the glove. And then it also says right here on the back of the glove as well, No Boxing, No Life. It looks kind of crooked too on this left glove. It seems like it's almost like slanted. I don't know if it's meant to be that way because the right glove doesn't look slanted. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but it looks like the right glove is a little straighter than the left right off the bat. Stitching's okay. Could definitely be better. You can see the stitching on this right glove is a little frayed. And one thing I really noticed just looking at it right now is this thumb. You can see the stitching on the thumb it's almost like they messed up right there with the stitching. You can see they kind of went over where the left glove doesn't have that stitching that went over. So kind of an issue. Again, a quality control thing right there with the stitching. Same thing on the edges right here. So craftsmanship wise, these aren't definitely not the best. Definitely not as good as the Champion HH model I got last year. Those were a lot cleaner and just better looking. I'm kind of surprised that these didn't turn out to be as nice as those, which is kind of a shock. But let's go ahead and put them on, see how they feel. There's a tag on the inside here that shows you the rounds. So obviously if you use this for a pro fight, the sanctioning body will mark that off. So you basically have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So you can use this basically for 30 rounds before these gloves are no longer being able to be used. So I'm gonna take these laces off. And I believe that they also have a training version of this glove now that hopefully I'll get my hands on. But these gloves are made in Mexico. There's a label on the inside here. It has a satin liner on the inside. And let's see how they feel when you put them on. I mean, they feel fantastic. When you put them on, they have a very nice, comfortable, deep finger compartment. I think the one difference between this, the main difference between this and the Champion HH model I think these are made for a little bit longer fingers, or longer, I don't want to say larger hands, but longer fingers. It feels like the finger compartment on these are deeper than the Champion model. And so it's a little bit more accommodating for those of you that have long fingers compared to the Champion model. So the Challenger, I would say, is definitely deeper, the finger compartment. One thing I also noticed is the liner is a little different in this Challenger model. Now, I don't know if they changed it for all of their gloves. The liner in the Champion model felt more silky, more of a satin, kind of a softer satin feel. These feel like just a standard polyester nylon liner that you find in most boxing gloves, where the one in the Champion model felt a little bit more luxurious and more comfortable, kind of had more of a cool feel to it when you put your hand in there, and it kind of slid into place. And these aren't bad, but they don't feel nearly as nice as those other ones. But you could definitely make a really nice fist, nice deep finger compartment on this. The padding on here feels about the same. I'm assuming they use a combination of horsehair and latex, which I believe is what they also mentioned on their website. So this glove, I would definitely venture to say, is more of a puncher's glove. It's not quite as soft as like the Everlast MX. I would say that these are about the same as like Grant's, like Grant Pro Fight gloves. So you can see this consistency of the padding right there. So you're a little bit more protective than the MXs, but you can definitely feel your knuckles go through with these gloves. And definitely broken in. You can see how broken in they are. Right off the bat, they have a nice broken in feel. I can open and close my hands with relative ease with these gloves. Padding feels really nice, so I'm really excited to try these out and use them for some training and let you guys know what my thoughts are in the review. But my first impressions is the quality definitely isn't as good as I thought they would be, especially the stitching and the actual color of the gloves. I mean, the silver on this looks really just faded, kind of subdued. You know, most silvers I've seen, at least metallics, have a nice shine to it. It looks really, like they really pop. And with these, that's not the case. And then the stitching is the other thing is, man, there's areas on here that I'm surprised that they even let these gloves go out. You know, like typically you see gloves like this that are really made with a lot of pride and they take their time, but you can see again, just some of the stitching on here is really messy. Right here on the palm, you can see the stitching on there is not the best either. But this part right here, that it's right next to the piping, is definitely not as good as I would like to see for a glove like this. And the gloves also cost-wise are $150. So again, for a $150 glove, you expect more. Right there on the thumb too, doesn't look very good. So those are definitely the cons. The quality control definitely isn't there. I feel like the stitching could be better. Even back here on the hinge point, you can see right there where the back cuff meets the glove. You can see it's kind of like off track with the stitching too. They didn't do a very good job with that. But the most notable thing is just the color. When you pull these out of the bag, I expected more from the actual silver color. They're comfortable and I think they'll perform really well. I mean, the padding feels really good. The hand compartment is super comfortable, broken in. It's just the quality is definitely not there in my estimation. So hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and first look video. I'll leave the link below. Put any of your comments if you guys like to discuss what you guys think about these gloves. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.